Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol ARQL. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So all this here may look like several days worth of time. It's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then just makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. This thing is an absolute monster. I can't remember. I think the first time I started doing videos on this was down below $3 for sure, maybe even lower than that. But this thing just keeps on grinding away. It's been a while since I did the last update, so that's where I want to kind of focus on here. But what I really want to focus on is just really apply the KISS method here. Keep it simple, stupid, because charts like this don't need to be complicated at all. Why do I say that? Well, really, all you have to do from the KISS perspective, again, keep it simple, stupid, and no pun intended here, but keep an eye on that purple line, which is the 50-period simple moving average. And the way that works is, well, just as the name says, moving average. So as time goes by, that purple line is going to continue to move its way higher and higher. And from the broad scope of things perspective, as long as the price stays above that purple line, the bulls are in full health, the bulls are in full control. However you can best visualize that, no questions asked. I mean, you go back through the history, and you can see some great examples here of the price pulling back, finding some support, and then continuing on up. Right now, there's a whole bunch of leeway before that purple line would even be threatened. But again, assuming you care about the big picture of things, I realize that there is perspective that goes into this. So I mean, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, then yeah, you probably don't care about the purple line. But like I said, I'm making these comments for more so the broad picture of things. So again, keep it simple, stupid. Just keep an eye on that purple line, and as long as the price stays above there, then the bulls are 100% in control of the chart. Now, zooming back in here a little bit, where are some of these levels of resistance at? Pretty straightforward at this point in time. The bulls were making a good solid move earlier on in the day, probably mid-afternoon, and then the sellers finally stepped in right up there around 525, give or take. So 525 will be public enemy number one. And I don't want to say they don't matter, but they don't really matter. Resistance levels in charts like this don't matter, because as long as the price keeps doing what it's been doing in terms of building higher bases, then everything else takes care of itself, including breaking levels of resistance. So focus on building higher lows, stay above that purple line, and the chart's going to continue to take care of itself. Everybody have a great Memorial Day weekend. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now, and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.